Today we are doing something a little bit different, a challenge that is different than the others we've made so far on the channel here. As we are taking over at Rangers, rebuilding them into the best club in Europe, hopefully in the end. However, we are starting off not in the Scottish Premier League, but in the EFL Championship, the second league of England. As both Rangers as well as Celtic have been put in the EFL Championship just to see how they will fare. But we are rebuilding Rangers, trying to take them up the ladder to the Premier League, to the best club in England, and then finally the best club in the world. This is not going to be an easy challenge. However, in the first season in the Championship, we will have 14 million to play around with, and we will need that money. Certainly players like this Diomande guy, 22, 74 rated ACDM, is a very talented one, a man to build the team around, I should say. Bayrami might be a good addition to the team as well. He's 25 only. Cherny, 26, 75 rated, so the team in certain positions is not too old. Then we have the experience of Tavernier, who is already 32, 77 rated, the captain. We have Jack Butland in goal, 31, 77. A few talented players and a few bright spots. For the first season, I am going to go with wing play tactical preset here with Rangers to try and involve the wingers as much as possible into the build-up game. A player like Cherny is, for example, only on loan to us, so we will need to sort that out as soon as possible. Same goes with Oscar Cortez, a talented 20-year-old left midfielder. Others are also on loan to us. We have one in Ben Davies who is away on loan to Birmingham. But yeah, a lot of loan situations that we will have to sort out here. And so the first signing we make this season in the first one is the left midfielder Oscar Cortez, being confirmed as a permanent signing at Rangers. The 20-year-old Colombian coming in from RC Lens in France for 3 million on the dot. Our second signing for season 1 is another man who was already on loan to us. We've made the transfer permanent, the other side of the wing. You guys guessed it, of course it is Václav Černý joining us from Wolfsburg for 5.5 million. We've then also managed to sell some players like Kieran Dowell and Dujon Sterling, one to Ipswich, one to Wolves, but also certainly loaned out half a dozen players, including Leon King, a talented centre-back. For the first season itself, I have decided to go for a bit of a special, a bit of a wacky formation. 2 cams, 1 CM in Diomande, Lawrence and Cherny on the wings. Maybe Lawrence might get replaced by Matondo. Cortez will still go on loan, I would say, for the first season. But yeah, anyway, the game is going to decide what it likes to do by itself. We are back up to 15 million, so we can make one final transfer, but I'm actually not too sure what we are going in for. And so as our third and final signing for season 1, we've gone in for a centre-back, especially for the future, maybe already for this season. It is the Australian Alessandro Circati, Australian-Italian, joining us from Parma for 6.5 million. I do put Circati in the starting 11, but I fear that this Pröpa guy will take over all the game time, so we just have to hope that at least Circati will get some game time. We're also having a couple of very interesting default youth academy players, both from England. One is a goalkeeper, Oliver Stacey, and one is a right winger, Elie Sardi. Both of those going to get promoted and loaned out for the first couple of seasons. It is the end of season 1 and we've straight away been promoted to the Premier League. In second place behind our arch rival Celtic, 9 points, but 13 ahead of Leeds United, 14 ahead of Burnley. Celtic and Rangers go up to the Premier League for season number 2. The FA Cup goes to Liverpool over Newcastle. We've actually been defeated by Everton in round 3. And the Carabao goes to Liverpool over Fulham. Here we've been defeated by Newcastle United in round 4. We are looking at 23 goals by Dessers, 22 by Lawrence from Cam, 16 for Cherny, the new the new permanent signing. 10 for Hagi, who is up to a 77. But what I want to know, why has Diomande only played 16 games? I'd say we've done a good job, even though the manager rating suggests otherwise. Second in the championship, direct promotion to the Premier League. The question now is, can we survive the toughest league in the world in season number 2? We are starting off season 2 with a bang, bringing in an exciting prospect for the left midfield spot, one of our weak spots in the team, by going in for the Norwegian super talent Antonio Nusa from RB Leipzig for 27.7 million. And even still, we have 53 million in our budget for the 2 next signings we can make. We've then gone on and sold a whole host of players once more. Leon Balogun goes to Hull City, Rabi Matondo goes to Fulham, Ben Davies returned from loan and goes to Leganes, and Nedim Bayrami for 10 million going to West Ham United, and Tommy Lawrence, the last one, to Leeds for 2.8, alongside loaning out 3 talented players, Rice King and Cortez. I've also decided to switch back to a more controlled midfield, 2 CMs and 1 cam, so that we can have maybe Haji as a backup or as a starter. I'm not so sure yet. We of course can make 2 more transfers, Nusa being the first one. I've actually thought the best thing to do is going in for an incredible shot stopper, and so I've gone in for the number 2 of Real Madrid, a Ukrainian. Of course you guys know where this is going. By signing Andrei Lunin, we've really strengthened that backline, that goalkeeping spot, taking over from Jack Butland. For our final signing, I have decided to strengthen the centre-back spots, even though this guy is not at all looking like the player I've signed, but I've gone to Saudi Arabia to snap up a player in a swap deal. We needed to strengthen that backline for the Premier League, and that's exactly what we've done, bringing in Roger Ibanez for John Suta, plus 27 million from Al Ahly. With the additions of Lunin and Ibanez, we've really strengthened that team. Both of them are 26 years old and 82 rated. Nusa is an exciting prospect, who I'm really excited to see how we will evolve over the next seasons. Our midfield is, I would say, decent. Diomande not bad, Haji not bad, Raskin also 79, the highest rated one. We've even gone on and sold both Cyril Dessers and Jack Butland for a combined total of 13.4 million, because they were getting old. A great first season in the Prem, finishing in 10th place, smack bang mid-table. Rangers nearly get relegated. They saved themselves though in 15th. But on the other hand of the table, it is Man City running away with it ahead of Aston Villa, 21 points between the two. Arsenal defeat Liverpool to win the FA Cup. Here we've been defeated by Watford in round 4. And finally, Man City win the Carabao Cup over Chelsea, whilst we've been defeated on penalties in round 3 by West Ham. This season we are looking at 19 goals by 76 rated Danilo, 18 and 10 for Czerny, who has grown to a 79, and even 6 goals by right back Tavernier. This squad is also coming together nicely. Lunin had an 86 rating, Nusa had an 80 rating. Otherwise, the team 79 rated right winger, 76 rated striker. He might get replaced, even though he scored the most goals this season. But yeah, our team is coming together nicely. Raskin 81, Diomande at 24 years of age 79. I'm really happy and excited to go into season 3, because I don't think we'll get dragged down in relegation scrap. We can continue to improve our squad in season 3, and that's exactly what we are going to do. I've just found the perfect replacement for James Tavernier, who is going to retire at the end of season 3. And we didn't even have to spend any money, as we've just gone on and signed Jensen Hunt on a free 18-year-old right back, AD overall. After the free transfer, we still have about 57 million for 2 more players. Now hear me out, guys. For the striking position, I go in for an exciting prospect who right now is at the same overall than Danilo, and will fight it out for the starting spot, but I am quite sure he will get it in the long run. It is a Danish striker we've signed in, Konrad Harda, joining us from Sporting for 19 million. Now guys, hear me out. I've already signed a few centre-backs in the past 2 seasons, but I'm going to sign yet another one, and it's also yet another free agent. He's only 18. A perfect man for the centre-back spot. Raffaele D'Angelo, an Italian at 79 overall. We have Hardy on the bench who returned from loan. He's 1970 rated already. Nusa, Harder and Cherny our front three. Harder is 2176 rated. D'Angelo, the centre-back, at 1879. And the other free agent, Hunt, 1880 rated. So both have really strengthened that defense. Yilmaz is at 80 overall. Ibanez still 82. Our midfield is good. Maybe the next step that we will make is improving the cam spot, because Haji isn't getting younger. He's 27 though, so fine for now. We've managed to once again sell the whole list of players like Alex Lowry to Coventry, Robin Pröpa to Hull, Robbie Fraser to, I don't know where this is even, I think Saudi Arabia. Ross McCausland goes to Trabzonspor, Adam Devine to Stoke, and John Liepko, your Ifeko, to Queen's Park Rangers. Which means that this is the team going into Season 3, our second season in the Premier League. Harder up top, Nusa on the left, Cherny on the right. Certainly Harder and Nusa will be there until the end, I believe. Ruskin and Diomande could be there until the end. Just like D'Angelo. Ibanez, I'm not so sure. Yilmaz is going up very well, very nicely. And Hunt, I'm really excited to see what he can bring. Alongside Lunin, who is the fourth at the back. At an 86. The third season is over and once again we finish in mid-table in the Premier League. However, this time Celtic do go down. Second bottom, we have Manchester City once again at the top of the Premier League, but this time only by 1 point ahead of Newcastle United. Bournemouth win the FA Cup over Newcastle. We've been defeated by our arch rival Celtic in round 5. This one hurts. The Carabao goes to Man City over Sheffield United. Here we've been defeated by Brentford early doors in round 2 on pens. We are looking at 16 goals by Cherny this season, 12 by Danilo, and only 2 by Konrad Ada. He's only played 23 games, but 2 goals is just not good enough. That is why we haven't really progressed this season. We finished in exactly the same spot than last season, but hopefully in Season 4 we can finally make a push into European football. The one and only signing probably we make in Season 4 is a new cam. Yanis Hadji was getting old. Even though he was the captain, I've decided to make a swap deal, swap him out for a player who has the potential to be special. Bringing in Adrian Rivera from Girona for 80 million plus Yanis Hadji, but it is really worth it, I would say. Our latest sales include Hamza Gamane, who goes to Birmingham City, Clinton Ziala, who I tried to sell for 2 seasons now, goes to Stoke, and backup striker Danilo. He's 28, we get 25 million for him, which means that we still have around 47 million to at least make one transfer. We went in and made a double swoop in midfield, bringing in the player whose contract was expiring, plus in a swap deal as well. As Diomande wasn't really developing very fast, I've swapped him out for plus 7 million for Felix and Mecha from Borussia Dortmund. I was talking about a double swoop, and here is the second player we brought in, a centre midfielder. We were able to sign him already. Nearly wiped out our entire budget, but he's an exciting prospect. From Sweden, coming from West Bromwich Albion in this save for 27 million, it is Lucas Bergvall. In real life he plays for Spurs. And so this is how the team is coming together. Rivera at cam, 2184 rated, has potential to be special. Mecha, 2683 rated. And Bergvall on the bench, 2177. With Baron, who I'm still trying to either loan out or sell. But this team is really nice for the upcoming season. Hopefully Konrad Ada now with Danilo gone and Lovelace the backup striker, and hopefully he can crack on. What I've actually decided to do is loaning back Lucas Bergvall to Tottenham, even though it's a bit wacky because Spurs are right now still a bigger club. I think that he will get more game time, more organized game time than at our club this season. That's why it's the end of season number 4 and we finished in 8th place. We have climbed up the table 2 spots. We are on 53 points, which probably won't give us European football still. But still nice to see an improvement. Man United are the champions ahead of Liverpool and Arsenal. Very tight title race, even including Man City and Newcastle. Spurs win the FA Cup over Brentford. We have been knocked out in round 4 by Stoke City, that's not great. The Carabao goes to Man City over Spurs. Here we've been knocked out by Cardiff City, once again a lower league club, knocking us out, even here in round 4. Finally, Konrad Harder stepping up, 22 goals for him. Czerny was still with 15 at the age of 30. He might get replaced in the future though. 11 goals for Nusa, he's up to an 86 at 23 years of age. Rivera with 8 goals, and Mecha with 5, so especially Harder has stepped up in the goals. It goes slow, but still we are improving step by step. 8th in the Premier League is better than 10th, and so I'll take it. Let's jump into season number 5. Our first signing of season 5 is going to be a 20-year-old left back, 83 rated. We could only buy him by going in for his release clause. And so we had to forge out about 68.7 million from Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. Alessandro Cabral coming in. We've then gone on and sold Jefte, as he was our third string left back now, with the arrival of Cabral, as well as Leon King, a 4th or 5th string centre back, going to Burnley for just over 7 million. We've sold yet another player in Connor Barron to Aston Villa, a centre midfielder who wasn't just of a lot of use to us, so we've sold him to Villa for 22 million. And so we have a very tight squad, but the only improvement we've made is Cabral on the left back spot. Ibanez, D'Angelo and Hunt complete the back 4. Rivera has grown to an 87. Harder at an 82. Ruskin at an 82. I'm still going to give the confidence to those guys, because Hardy even returned from loan. He's 21. 80 rated. He will now be a good backup. I mean, right now our bench is looking much better already with the likes of Chirkati, Yilmaz, but even Hardy on there. I'm also going to put Stacey there, the goalkeeper, returned from loan as well. We'll also, by the way, be in the UEFA Conference League, where the expectation of the board is to win the cup, so we know what we will have to do in the Conference League. Season 5 is done and dusted, and we have finished in the top 4. 3rd place. We've just about beaten Spurs to the 3rd spot and lost out to Newcastle on the 2nd by 1 point. But Man City are once again the Premier League champions. Man City also do the double, defeating Newcastle in the FA Cup final. We've been knocked out by Bristol City in round 3. That was not good. We do, however, win our first title of this rebuild, defeating Arsenal to lift the Carabao Cup. Wow. Let's have a first look at European competitions, as Real Madrid defeat Barcelona in a Clásico final in the Champions League. The Europa League goes to Chelsea over Feyenoord from the Netherlands. We've actually finished in top spot in the Europa Conference League phase. Went straight to the round of 16, where we defeated Lille. We then got beat by KRC Genk in the quarterfinals though. In the end, it is Torino defeating Genk to the Conference League. I mean, this Czerny guy is incredible. 32 goals for him. Wow. 29 even for Konrad Harder. 22 and 15 for 90 rated Antonio Nusa. And 18 goals and 21 assists for Rivera. We've had an impressive season this season, number 5. 3rd in the Premier League. Round 3 of FA Cup was not so good, but winner of the Carabao and quarterfinals of the conference. Let's bring on the Champions League in season 6. We are making one big change to our starting 11 in season number 6, bringing in a new centre midfielder who is only 24, but already 88 rated, the Portuguese man. From Inter in this save, it is João Neves joining us for 142 million. Big bucks. We've also sold Nicolas Raskin for 60 million to Napoli, as we've now signed João Neves. We had a lot of money, now we are back up to 96 million roundabout. I've then decided to sign a new backup striker, as Lovelace didn't really develop very much anymore. A Polish man comes in here, 17 years old. Already at a 76 rating. We are in regen territory, and so Piotr Krupa, maybe the Robert Lewandowski region, joins us for a bargain 17 million. So this is our team going into the first Champions League season. We've of course improved the centre midfield, where we have a superstar now in Neves. We've also improved the backup striker, where is he? Krupa. 76 rated at 17. So I'm really excited to see what we can cook in our first halfway point of Season 6, and we are in first place. 4 points ahead of Manchester United, 5 ahead of Liverpool. It's very congested behind us, but we are on top of the Premier League, only 2 losses so far. We've even just about finished in the top 8 of the UEFA Champions League phase, which means that we will go straight to the round of 16. Well done, boys. I have put Bergvall into the team because he's overtaken Nmecha in terms of rating, but in the first round of the UEFA Champions League knockout stages, we will have to face Barcelona, the Catalonians, away from home at Camp Nou. Can we get a result? Yes, it's actually a 1-1 draw. Everything still to play for in the second leg. João Neves and Lautaro Martinez with the goals. Second leg, can we bring Barcelona to fall down at Ibrox Stadium at our home ground? Yes, it's a 2-1 win. Czerny and Cabral with the goals. 3-1 aggregate. We win against Barcelona and proceed. March on to the quarterfinals. After Barcelona, we will now face Inter Milan from Italy. First, once again, away from home. And it's a 2-1 defeat. Harder gives us a goal back, but Esposito with a brace brings us tumbling down. Can we turn our fortunes around at Ibrox Stadium against Inter Milan? Yes, it's a 2-0 win, 3-1 aggregate. Czerny and Czerny with a brace. 3-2. We march on to the semis. What a comeback from behind at Ibrox. Well, we are just 2 steps away from reaching the Champions League final, the promised land. First, we have to face Atletico Madrid in 2 legs. It is the first leg at Ibrox Stadium. Can we get an advantage over Atletico? Yes. Rivera with a brace. Our superstar 93 rated cam makes all the difference at Ibrox Stadium. The big question now is, can we repeat the result from the first leg? Or at least not get beat by more than 2 goals. Yes, we win 3-0. I was breathing there for a moment because I saw 3-0, but we absolutely destroy Atletico Madrid. Nusa with a brace and Harder. 5-0 on aggregate. We march on to our first Champions League final. Well, in the Champions League final we will face the unlicensed AC Milan on the 1st of June 2030. More good news though, as we have won the Premier League, 5 points ahead of Spurs, 6 ahead of Liverpool. We win our first Premier League title. And even the FA Cup, so we could do the treble if we win the Champions League tonight. 2-1 over Manchester United. Brilliant. And we just about don't win the Carabao Cup, losing out to Man City 2-1 in the final. What a season that was. An incredible season once again by Czerny, who is against all expectations still growing up to an 87, 28 goals for him, 28 for Krupa. How has he done that? He's played more games than higher rated Harder. I don't understand that. Harder still with 12 goals in 38, but Nusa and Krupa have clearly outperformed him alongside Czerny. I am still going to play with the higher rated Harder. Krupa is on the bench. He's developed very nicely to an 81. Bergvall is in midfield, of course, and I hope that this team can beat AC Milan in the final. It is at the Estadio Metropolitano where all is going to come down to the one moment, maybe the one mistake, on the 1st of June 2030, the Champions League final for all the glory. Free kick here to Rangers. After just 8 minutes, I am going to try to take this with Lucas Bergvall. A lot of power, but no. Still second chance and Bergvall again. Careful as Nesiri holds it up. This is Thuram, the traitor. He's been an Inter player, of course, before. Now Diaby going forward and forcing a big save out of Lunin. Short corner taken by Leao, who is still playing for Milan as well. Now Ferdi Kadiolu, the Turkish man, into Ben White. Once again, Leao, second chance and goal. 30 minutes in, star player up by Leao. Brings Milan in front. This is Antonio Nusa, trying to go all by himself. He's stubborn. Plays it through to Rivera, who makes it 1-1 straight away after conceding. We are there once again. A lot of luck for Antonio Nusa, going through, finding himself through here in this situation. But then he finds the through pass to Rivera, who blasts it home. This is Nusa, finds Harder somehow. That was really difficult, but he still found him. Now Harder looking for Rivera, looking back to Harder. Still Harder makes it to 1. Crazy scenes here at the Metropolitano in Madrid as Rangers take the lead at the brink of half-time. Konrad Harder is there to fulfill it, to end it, to make it 2-1. I mean, they were playing nicely around and then a lot of luck again. But Harder keeps his cool and makes it 2-1 to Rangers just before half-time. Nusa looking for Harder. Once again trying to combinate. I didn't play this pass, but still. Czerny on the run. Czerny seeing Harder, who makes it 3-1. It still works out perfectly well. Harder with a brace. I didn't want to play that initial pass out to Czerny. Still worked out a treat though, this one here. Czerny does well, and a lot of space, too much space for Harder in the middle. Milan give up defending, and they just let us score easily on this occasion. With Leao once again running onto Ibanez, overtaking him. Still Leao with a turnover, but Hunt with a nice interception. Another loss of the ball, so sloppy in defense that right now, as Milan tried to go forward and get a free kick awarded on the edge of the box. Harder gets his yellow carded, so we bring on Krupa. Harder has made his impact with brace, of course. I also want to see what Enmecha is all about in centre midfield. As now Milan have a big opportunity on a free kick, very close to the goal, and they get one back. Ben Nasser, even though he put a man on the line, we couldn't prevent the goal from happening. 2-3 for options. He said he has such a nice, tight control. Rivera looking for Czerny, who finds Krupa with the chance to decide it, but the keeper with a big save, Ter Stegen. We win the ball back again. Another chance. Krupa, and again the save by Ter Stegen. This is not human, not possible. And now he's offside. Mecha going. Mecha looking for Rivera. Again for Krupa this time, and once more Ter Stegen. Incredible scenes. We are now very close to winning the Champions League. 2 minutes added on. Can we seal the deal here maybe through Antonio Nusa, who this time finds Krupa, and we decide the game in the 2nd minute of added time. 4-2. Krupa with his 4th or 5th attempt, finally scoring his first goal of the night, showing his worth as well. Krupa makes it 4-2 and decides the game after this fine counter-attack initiated by Nusa, assisted by Nusa, and finished off by the Polish man, by Krupa. And now that's the game done and dusted. We win this game, the most important in Rangers history. 4-2 over Milan, making us the best team in Europe, not only the best team in England, where we've already won the Premier League and the FA Cup. We are the treble winners. That is something very, very special. Doesn't happen in every rebuild. Here it has happened with Rangers as well. We can't say that we've made Rangers the best club, not only in Scotland, but in England and in the world, overtaking Celtic by a long, long way. But lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, if you have other ideas, cool ideas for me to implement into my content, then please, by all means, drop them down in the comments. I will see you again in a few days' time, as we are still witnessing an empty Champions League trophy, an invisible Champions League trophy. It's very sus that EA still haven't fixed this, but oh well, let's enjoy the win as Roger Ibanez is lifting the Champions League trophy. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.